And so Cyclops distances himself from the situation by saying, "Do you need anything, Hank? I came out here to clear my head." And Beast says Chief Robbins came by with this, and he gives him a letter from someone. Cyclops reads it and asks if he could borrow the new Quinjet. And Beast is like, "Only if you promise not to blow this one up." But when he asks what he needs it for, Cyclops says it's to pay an old ghost a visit. So from here we jump over to an abandoned coal mine in British Columbia, and this is where the comic starts to reveal like the main bad guy, and he is twisted because we see these like limbs strewn in like disarray and these tools like pliers and a bone saw, and this mystery person is monologuing saying, "I make no apologies in war, doubt is death," and he's going on this crazy rambling as he says, "I hoped for the first Reavers, cybernetically enhanced mercenaries, perfect mutant killing machines. What could be better? Except they were stillbirths. The steel was true, but the flesh was fickle." And as this person starts to plead that he's working on, he cuts them off, saying, "Hate was never a problem for the original Reavers. They hated just fine, but they never believed, not like me." And it zooms out, showing us that Donald Pierce is here, experimenting and really just mutilating these young mutants. And so this dude is bad news. For those of you who don't know, he was the White Bishop in the Hellfire Club, and he's been around for a little while. But he says, "You see, I've come to believe that we must not hate the mutant. They are simply a resource. With discipline, they can be humanity's sacrificial organ. Go where we should not. Build what we cannot. We will put the mutants to work for us. We will make them dig for a fabulous treasure, but we must hold the whip in hand. We must be stronger even than they are." Now this is the ironic thing about Donald, that he's a cyborg, so he's technically speaking as though he's a human, but he's not even fully human, so I don't really... He's misaligned here and hateful of the mutant population because he only sees them as tools or a means to an end. And so this one kid that's there just starts pleading again, saying that it hurts, and Donald is so diluted and sick here that he just keeps going, saying, "Are you asking for another comfort break, Philip? I'm afraid that boat has sailed." But Philip keeps begging and says he needs something for the pain, and so Donald says, "Yes, of course, you're all so young and I've asked so much of you," and he just blasts Philip in his head with his hand augment here, saying something for the pain. But he goes on and says that what he's doing here is he's gonna guilt the surviving ones, basically. He says, "I found you all in the gutter. I promised you lives of consequence. All I ask in return was absolute commitment. So tell me, is anyone wavering?" And as one of them picks up this drill, he drills himself in the temple, seemingly freeing a plate so that he could try and speak. And although it's extremely jargled and messed up, I believe he says absolute commitment, Mr. Pierce.